Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be making some jerk chicken rasta pasta. So if you're new here, just go ahead and subscribe to my channel and join the family. And to all my returning subscribers, I appreciate every single one of you. And to my new subscribers, I see you guys and I appreciate you, and I am so happy to have you here. Just go ahead and hit that like button because I'm going to make some delicious rasta pasta and you guys are gonna enjoy it, trust me. All right, so let's get cooking. So we're starting off with our chicken breast, and I'm gonna get that all cleaned up. I'm gonna be using lime and vinegar, and we're just gonna go over to the sink and make sure that it's cleaned up properly, take off some of the fatty parts, and then we're gonna season. So for my seasoning, I have my Jamaican walkerswood jerk, and I'm using the spicy one, the hot and spicy one. So I'm going to use 2 teaspoons of that. I'm going to use a little of my Italian herbs, about a tablespoon, and I'm also going to use my sazon Goya. I'm just going to use 1 sachet of my sazon Goya and a 1/4 teaspoon of that roasted garlic and herbs, and just a little bit of my browning, and I'm also going to use some minced garlic. So right here I'm just gonna add my 1/4 tablespoon of minced garlic, and then I'm gonna add my rest of my seasonings. I'm gonna put everything in my description box down below. And this walkerswood jerk seasoning, if you're not able to get this, I have a DIY jerk seasoning that I make when I was making my jerk chicken video. I'm gonna leave that in the cards up above or in the description box, where you can go and click on that if you want to watch how to prepare your jerk seasoning, because depending on where you live, if you're watching and you don't have this, then you can make your own. Alright, so I'll leave a link to that in my description box. Also, you don't need any salt because the jerk seasoning already contains salt, so that is why I'm just using some herbs and garlic. And the only other seasoning that contain a little salt is the sazon Goya, and it doesn't contain a lot. Alright, so we're just gonna marinate this and I'm gonna go over to the stove. For my browning, I'm just using just a small amount because it don't need a lot. As you can see, the jerk seasoning already have browning in it, so just a little to give it that nice jerk color, but you don't need a lot. All right. So I did add a tablespoon of oil to my pan, and I have it on medium to high heat. What I'm going to do after adding my chicken, I am going to cover this, and just to let the flavor lock in. All the herbs and spices are going to infuse, so I'm just going to cover it until one side of my chicken is done. Then I'm going to take the cover off and let it cook without the cover. So right here I have my bell peppers, and this is what going to give you that rasta vibe. And I have my red, green and yellow, as you can tell from my shirt that I'm wearing. Yes, this is a rasta color, and that's why we call it the rasta pasta. So from here on, you can just go ahead and cut your peppers in your desired size. You can cut them smaller or bigger, however you want to present it in your pot. You can go ahead and do that. And as you can tell from my Jamaican shirt, the name on it is Empress Marcy. You can run over there. Beautiful Jamaican family just having fun with each other. You can go over there and just check out the videos. I will leave the link in my description box. So what I'm going to do now is just flip my chicken, and the one in the middle is getting more heat. So what I'm going to do is just shift them around and then let it cook without the cover. And as you can see, it has produced its own liquid, and I'm going to use that in my pasta as well, just to add some jerk flavor. And guys, if you could smell the aroma bursting throughout the house right now, trust me, it smells so good. If you're cooking and you're not smelling any aroma, you just need to turn your pot off, guys, because you did something wrong. You just need to turn your pot off and just start over. This smells so good. You could smell all the herbs and everything. So my chicken is done, and I'm gonna take them out, and then I'm gonna move on to my pasta and my sauce. And as I said before, I'm gonna reserve this juice from the chicken, and I'm gonna put it in a bowl and set it one side, because I'm gonna add it to my pasta, and that is gonna give it that nice flavor, that nice jerk flavor. And I won't need to add anything to my pasta sauce. I won't need to add any salt or any black pepper or anything at all. Just this chicken juice that's in the pot, that's gonna do it. So now I'm just gonna set my water on, and as soon as it comes to a vigorous boil, I am gonna add about half teaspoon of salt, and then I'm going to add my pasta. I thought I had a whole box of pasta, but it turns out I only had half box. So yeah, this is gonna be less than what I thought it would be, but I'm gonna have to go to the store and get some more so that everyone can have a nice dinner. And as you guys can see, I am using the penne pasta, and as soon as it's boiled, what I'm going to do is strain it off in my colander, and then I'm going to shock it with some cold water so that it can stop the cooking process. As soon as I do that, I am going to add just about a tablespoon of oil, just so that the pasta won't get sticky and glammy. So that's what we're going to do, and then we're going to move on to making our sauce. So now to make our sauce, I am just gonna add my remaining garlic butter that I have from making my garlic butter bread to go with my pasta, which I did make them already, but I'm gonna post it at the end of the video so that you guys can just have it step by step. So while my pasta was cooking, I was making my garlic bread, and this is the garlic butter that I had left over. So I'm just gonna put that in there. As soon as it's melted, I'm gonna add my heavy cream. And your heavy cream all depending on the amount of pasta that you're making, the amount of sauce that you're making. I'm just going to be using half of this box, and I'm also going to use like a quarter cup of half and half, and then I'm going to add my 2 tablespoons of cream cheese. And at this point, you want to make sure that your stove is on low to medium, because you don't want it to boil, like boil over. No, you don't want that. So make sure that your stove is on low. And after adding my cream cheese, I am going to add my peppers and my cheese, my mozzarella cheese and my Parmesan cheese. It's all depending on you, and if you want to add the mozzarella, but it does add a nice touch to your pasta sauce. And yeah, what's pasta sauce without Parmesan cheese? It doesn't. I've tried it before and it doesn't give you the same results. Like, no, you need your Parmesan cheese. So add your desired amount. As you see me doing here, I'm adding my desired amount, and then I'm gonna add my mozzarella cheese, and I'm just gonna let that continue to simmer on low to medium. And I'm also gonna cut up my chicken in my desired size and add it as well as my pasta. And you guys remember that juice from the jerk chicken that I throw off in my bowl, I am going to put it as well to flavor my pasta sauce. So I won't be adding any form of seasoning, any form of salt, no, because the jerk chicken already have all the herbs that you need and all the salt that you need. So I'm only gonna add the juice from that, just to add that jerk flavor to my pasta. So I'm just adding my remainder of my jerk chicken sauce, and I'm just gonna make sure everything is well cooperated. And what I really love about penne pasta is when you add it to your sauce, guys, it's like the sauce don't just sit on top of the pasta, it goes in the holes, and it's just so moist and so nice. So, and one of the reasons my kids love it is because they don't have to struggle the way they struggle with the fettuccine or the linguine. And yeah, it's perfect for your Rasta pasta, so why not? Alright guys, so for the finished touch and for beautification purpose, I'm just adding some freshly chopped parsley, and I'm just gonna make some garlic bread to go with my pasta, and then we're gonna plate it. So I'm using French bread, which is perfect for garlic bread, and I'm just cutting them slant way just to give it a nice shape. And I'm gonna add my 2 tablespoons of butter. I'm gonna add some minced garlic and some chopped parsley. So we're gonna just mix up all of that, butter the bread, and I have my oven on 370 degrees, and I'm gonna pop them in there for 5 minutes and then take them out. And whenever I make pasta and I do this, guys, I always forget that I have them in the oven, and sometimes they get too crispy. But like when I have other stuff doing on top of the stove, I tend to forget that I have my garlic bread in the oven. So you want to be mindful of that and don't be absent-minded like me. All right, or just toast them on top of the stove. I probably need to start doing that. So I'm just gonna butter the bread and pop them in the oven, and then we're gonna plate our pasta. So guys, it's dinner time. You can see the steam coming up. I'm just gonna place some of my sliced jerk chicken on the side, and it may look like you don't see any sauce because it's settled on the bottom of the plate, but there's a lot of sauce in the plate, guys, and it was so delicious. And guys, if you're having like parties or if you're having friends over, you can just make sure you prepare some of your sauce on the side, so in case they want to pour it over their chicken, or if they want to dip their garlic bread in, you can do that because it does taste good that way as well. All right, and this is a really delicious recipe. And don't forget to go over and check out Empress Marcy's channel. Go over there, guys, and show your love, and click this like button and click this share button. Share it with your friend. If you have a friend that loves pasta, just share the video with them. All right, thank you so much for watching. May God go with you, and may God continue to bless you immensely, you and your family. And yeah, stay safe, and I love you guys, and I'll see you all in my next video. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.